Welcome to our channel, where we dive into the most spine-chilling true horror stories. Stories that linger long after the lights go out, stories whispered in hushed tones, stories that make you question everything you thought you knew. Tonight, we're venturing into the chilling world of abandoned places, places where time stands still, where the air is thick with forgotten memories and the echoes of unspeakable events. Today, we have 3 terrifying tales of abandoned buildings that will make your skin crawl. So lock your doors, turn off the lights and prepare yourself, because these stories are not for the faint of heart. Imagine, if you will, a place shrouded in darkness, a place where the very walls seem to weep with sorrow and regret. We're talking about Cranbrook Mental Hospital, a sprawling Gothic structure perched precariously on a windswept hilltop overlooking the small town of Ashton. Now, Cranbrook wasn't your average hospital. It was a place of last resort for the mentally ill, a place where, for over a century, patients deemed incurable were subjected to unspeakable experiments and treatments that would chill you to the bone. Today, Cranbrook stands abandoned, its windows like vacant eyes staring out at the world. Its rusted gates a grim reminder of the horrors that transpired within. Locals whisper tales of strange lights emanating from the building at night, of blood-curdling screams echoing through the empty corridors. But there's one story, one dark secret that Cranbrook holds close, a story that sends shivers down the spines of even the most hardened skeptics.
They say that on the 3rd floor, in Ward 3, there lived a patient, a young woman named Eleanor, who possessed a unique and terrifying ability. Eleanor could see things that others couldn't, things that lurked in the shadows, things that whispered her name from the darkness. Now, whether Eleanor's abilities were the result of her illness or something more sinister remains a mystery. But what we do know is that her presence in Cranbrook left an indelible mark, a darkness that permeates the very foundation of the building to this day. Legend has it that Eleanor died within the walls of Ward 3, her spirit forever bound to the place of her torment. And it's said that if you listen closely enough, on a still night, you can still hear her mournful cries echoing through the empty halls. Some say it's the wind whistling through the broken windows, but others, those who know the true horrors of Cranbrook, they know better. They know that Eleanor still walks the halls of Ward 3, her tormented soul unable to find peace.
Now, many have dared to spend the night within Cranbrook's decaying walls, hoping to catch a glimpse of Eleanor, or perhaps experience the chilling phenomena that have made this abandoned asylum a magnet for paranormal investigators and thrill-seekers alike. But few last the night, driven out by an overwhelming sense of dread, of unseen eyes watching their every move, of cold whispers brushing against their ears. The stories they tell, the experiences they recount, all point to one chilling truth. Cranbrook is a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin, a place where the spirits of the tormented roam free, their presence a constant reminder of the darkness that man is capable of inflicting upon his fellow man. And as the years pass, and Cranbrook continues to crumble, one question remains. Will the secrets of Cranbrook ever truly be revealed, or will they remain locked within its decaying walls, a chilling testament to the horrors of our past?
Our next tale takes us to the desolate plains of Nevada, where a once grand hotel now stands as a haunting reminder of a bygone era. The Grand Starlight Hotel, they called it, a beacon of luxury and opulence in the middle of nowhere. But like a fading star, the Grand Starlight's brilliance was fleeting, its grandeur eclipsed by tragedy and time. Now, the silence of the desert is broken only by the howl of the wind as it whips through the Grand Starlight's shattered windows, each gust whispering tales of the hotel's tragic past. They say that the Grand Starlight is haunted, plagued by the spirits of those who met their untimely end within its once opulent walls. But it's the story of one particular guest, a story whispered in hushed tones by those brave enough to venture near the abandoned hotel that truly sends chills down the spine.
Her name was Evelyn, and she was said to be a vision of beauty, her long flowing hair as black as night, her eyes sparkling like diamonds. Evelyn came to the Grand Starlight seeking solace, a refuge from a life filled with heartbreak and disappointment. But fate, it seems, had other plans for her. One fateful night, as a storm raged outside, mirroring the turmoil in Evelyn's own heart, she was found dead in her room, her lifeless eyes staring vacantly at the ceiling. her once radiant face frozen in a mask of terror. The circumstances surrounding Evelyn's death remain a mystery to this day, lost to time and the desert winds. Some say she took her own life, unable to bear the weight of her sorrow any longer. Others whisper of foul play, of a jealous lover or a scorned admirer. But whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. Evelyn's spirit never truly left the Grand Starlight.
Over the years, guests and staff alike have reported seeing a solitary figure in white wandering the hotel's deserted hallways, her mournful cries echoing through the empty corridors. They call her the Lady in White, and some say she's searching for something she lost that fateful night. Some say it's peace she seeks, while others believe she's searching for answers, for justice for whatever befell her within the walls of the Grand Starlight. But one thing's for sure, the Lady in White is a constant presence at the Grand Starlight, a chilling reminder that some wounds, even time, can't heal. And as the years turn into decades, and the Grand Starlight continues to crumble under the unforgiving desert sun, the legend of the Lady in White lives on, a chilling testament to the enduring power of love, loss, and the restless spirits that walk among us.
Chapter 3. The Forgotten Souls of Blackwood Mill.
Our final tale takes us deep into the heart of Pennsylvania coal country, to a place where the air is thick with the ghosts of industry past, where the silence is broken only by the creaking of rusted machinery and the whisper of the wind through shattered windows. This is Blackwood Mill, once a bustling hub of industry, now a desolate monument to tragedy and the forgotten souls who toiled within its walls. Blackwood Mill began like any other, a symbol of progress, a place where men and women worked tirelessly to carve a living from the earth. But beneath Blackwood's imposing facade, a darkness lurked, a darkness fueled by greed and indifference to human life.
The work was grueling, the conditions deplorable, the air thick with coal dust that clogged the lungs and stole the breath from those who toiled within its depths. Accidents were commonplace, and lives were lost with alarming regularity, their deaths dismissed as the unfortunate but inevitable cost of progress.
But the tragedy that would forever stain Blackwood Mill, the event that would etch its name in the annals of haunted history, was yet to come. On a cold December night, as a blizzard raged outside, a fire erupted within the mill's depths. The flames spread with terrifying speed, fueled by the dry timber and coal dust that permeated every inch of the structure. Men and women screamed as they ran for their lives, their cries swallowed by the roar of the inferno. Many perished that night, their bodies consumed by the flames, their souls forever tethered to the place of their demise.
In the aftermath of the fire, Blackwood Mill stood as a charred skeleton, its once imposing structure reduced to a smouldering ruin. The town mourned its dead, but the scars of that tragic night ran deep, forever etched in the collective memory of Blackwood. And as the years passed, and Blackwood Mill stood silent, reclaimed by nature, stories began to surface. Whispers of strange occurrences, of unexplained noises, of shadowy figures glimpsed through the shattered windows.
Some say the spirits of those who perished in the fire still roam the mill's ruins, their souls unable to find peace, their cries for help echoing through the empty corridors. Others speak of a malevolent presence that permeates the very air, a darkness that clings to the mill like coal dust, whispering secrets of suffering and despair. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. Blackwood Mill is a place of immense sorrow, a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin, where the echoes of tragedy linger in the air like coal dust, a chilling reminder of the human cost of progress and the restless spirits that walk among us.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these creepy tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling stories. Remember, the world is full of dark corners and forgotten places, each with its own story to tell. Share your own horror stories in the comments below, and maybe we'll feature them in our next video. Until then, sleep tight, and don't forget to check under the bed.